Ah, yeah.
What is up, y'all? Today we are doing something real quick. I hope it's real quick. I don't think it will be. My brother is super confident it's gonna be quick today. As y'all see, I got him right here. And we're gonna be putting on something that I've been kind of like reluctantly holding off on. It's the BC Racing Coilovers. All right. I said this in a previous video of mine, and you guys knew about all the product and all the stuff that I've bought for the car, and down to the engine intake, all that stuff. And I showed you guys also the BC coilovers, if you kind of paid attention to what I was showing. And so yeah, we're gonna put the BC Racing coilovers in. We also got I believe it's the toe arms from GKTech. We doing things right this year, man. Everything is gonna be the way it's supposed to be. Also with that, we got the GKTech eccentric bolts. So quick little thing before we get into it. My brother is also already starting to get the stuff going with the car, taking off bolts. We're gonna jack up the car, do all that good shit. The thing about this particular coilover is that it is a true coilover. What I mean by that is, well, let me give you a little explanation. True coilovers, there's two different brands. There's two different types, not brands. The brand is BC. But there's two different types. There's true coilovers, and then there's the regular coilovers. Now, the regular coilovers use the actual, and this is only for the rear, they use the bucket that's in the back on the rear of the car, right? If you notice, when you take your back tires off, there's like a little, it looks like a frying pan. Let's just call it what it is. It looks like a frying pan that holds a spring, right? Next to it is your strut. So what this true coilover setup does is allows you to eliminate that bucket, eliminate that spring, and everything is all genuine coilovers on all four tires. If that makes sense, don't worry. I'll show you guys the product when I pull it out of the box. All right, y'all, so these are the coilovers right here. This is how they look. This is the front. As I was explaining to y'all, the differences between them. Like I say, the real big difference between them is, try to put this down without slamming this shit. Big difference is with the rear, the coil is already on the actual strut itself, whereas the other unit would have utilized that bucket, the stock bucket that's on the car. Again, the only thing, let me try to explain it the best way I can. The only reason why you would use these is if you want to eliminate the actual stock bucket in the rear of the car, which then you are gonna need something like a GK, like the GKTech toe arms, which I'm gonna just crack open right now for y'all so y'all can see it. You would need this to replace, that bucket. So this is what's gonna replace the bucket. Now, when it comes down to the bucket, you can adjust these, and I'm gonna adjust these to the size of the bucket. So the length of the bucket, I'm gonna adjust these to those size. Now, the good thing about it though is GKTech has a whole YouTube page, and they show you how to, what to do, how to adjust them, everything. It's literally like really, really simple how they did it. So with that being said, like I say, this is what's gonna be replacing the bucket unit, stock unit that's in the car. All right, y'all, so we got the first strut out, and yeah, I mean, we talking about completely blown. Now it's funny, the old mechanic that I went to help me put the he put in the rack and pinion for me. When he went into the car and he saw, he was like, "Yo, your struts are completely blown." I was like, damn. As a matter of fact, he was like, "Yo, your passenger side by itself is like the worst." So again, I'm really like happy that this shit is coming out, because we're gonna go from this to that. Let me just put it right next to it so you guys can see. and have a complete. This is what I'm coming from. That's crazy, right?
So fast, I'm scared.
All right, so I got
Holy shit.
yo, my
Okay,
brother
so-
is wild. We got all three of the bolts in.
All right. So now let
Now,
me.
if you guys can see, look at the length on that. So this is gonna be crazy. Just throw it in there, yeah.
Thanks, Mom. What I need to do is find what's that big ball at?
Which big? Oh, the big one that I.
The big one for down here. No, for me.
Well, remember, I got that other one over there that you told me to.
Oh yeah, see, yeah, I need that one.
Okay.
So I can put it in place.
Gotcha.
Whoa, wait.
You love it?
I love it. This is gonna be interesting.
Interesting, my ass. I ain't trying to be scrubbing, bruh. All right, guys. So, literally, this is how we just pulled it out right now. I don't even know what happened to anything. This was literally how my brother just pulled it out just now. So, picture this. I'm going from this to this. Your boy been living foul for a little minute. I ain't gonna lie. Like I can't believe I've been riding on these for as long as it have. And you gotta give a shout out to Triana, man. She's been holding up. Like I feel like I've been kind of doing her wrong, man. She been holding up. You know, the level of shit on this car that's supposed to have been changed long time ago. And now that I'm changing it, I know she's gonna be a whole different car when I drive her, bro. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be crazy. All right, guys, so my brother was able to take that bucket out, or the frying pan, or whatever y'all wanna call it. Now, the one thing I gotta do with this now is on GKTech's YouTube page and website and all that stuff, they say, you know, the stock size, you know, which the way it comes right now is not the same size as the bucket here, right? So what I'm gonna have to do is resize this to be able to fit the same length as the actual bucket. Now, they have on their website, it says this has to be extended. I think it was 17.51 or 56 inches. Just to say 17.5 inches is the length of the bucket itself, and I have to extend this the exact same size. So once I do that, we can pop this back in and be done with it. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, so this took a little bit of finagling trying to get this in here. We kind of readjusted some things in terms of the tow arm. I still am, you know, at some point gonna get an alignment for the car, just because we're messing with tow and the suspension. It's always recommended anytime you mess with the suspension of any type, even the control arms, whatever you do, suspension-wise, you gotta get that aligned, or else you're gonna just be running through tires like crazy. And your car's gonna probably end up driving a little funny. But I think we got it as best as we could in terms of the old bucket that we have inside that box. And we was able to get it, you know, properly. So if you know from before, this had a whole big bucket spring kit system happening right here. That's all gone. Get it out of here. So right now, my brother's tightening up this bolt that's right here. We also use the eccentric bolts down there. Everything is pretty good. Also, when you're putting on this toe, make sure that right here, which I'm gonna try to see if I can zoom in. You want to make sure that it's like straight. You don't want to have it. Oh man, that video quality just went crazy. You don't want it to be all curvy, you know, tilted this way, tilted that way. You want it to be perfectly aligned symmetrically. Another quick thing I wanted to come on here and show and tell you guys that I didn't tell you in the last clip. Make sure, as per GKTech's website, when it comes to tightening these screws, the bolts and the nuts on the tow arm, 53 pounds of torque on the back and the front. So just make sure you're tightening them at 53 pounds of torque if you're going to use this particular tow arm. All right. So just letting y'all guys know that. In order for me to fit these in here, as you guys can see, this is how it is, right? And I needed to fit through that. Like you could see those scratches. I was trying to get it to fit with my little drill thing to make a hole, but it's like literally layers and layers of metal that's there, and I don't have the leverage to be able to make that hole bigger. I don't care about the scratches because it's going to be covered anyway by this piece of material, but I was trying to make it bigger, right? Because I'm thinking that how this is going to fit. Then I realized you can take this piece off, because the kit for this comes with an actual like Allen key. You could see it inside the bag right there. It comes with an Allen key that you can take this off, this little piece off, and we can possibly slide it through that hole. It should be big enough to slide through that damn hole. So that's what I think I'm gonna do, y'all. All right, guys, so we was able to finally pull it in there. I used the drill. It was already a pre-existing hole, like I showed you guys. That hole was already there in the car. Good thing is that hole is damn near a direct outlet to the rear fender. I'm hoping that it's on the passenger side as well, but it's a direct, you know, hole to the the opening of the fender and everything. So I didn't have to do all that shit I just did right there. I just used a drill to make it, you know, open it up a little bit more, and then use a flathead to kind of pry more gapping, because the tubing, the black tubing that's on this, makes it extremely difficult to push that through. So you got to make a bigger hole so that this tubing can fit. Aside from that, everything else went in there good. Now I will tell y'all, you can cut this, right? You can cut the tubing, and you can cut the metal rod that's in here to fit the size that you need, because I'm, you know, as of right now, I can't close this unless I make another hole here and then have this part stick through that hole, which I might do actually. Now that I think about it, instead of cutting that up, I might just make another hole through this little piece of material and then put that there, so it kind of looks a little bit OEM, with a little bit of a hangout. But aside from that, we're gonna finish off this. My brother's putting up the rest of the coilovers on this side. Once we do this, we'll put the tires back on and we good. We'll get to test out at least the left side, driver's side, to see what we're working with. So let's go. All right, guys, so y'all let me know. This guy likes it, right?
This is awesome.
Look at that. Look at the back.
Okay.
Now let's take it to the passenger side. Visualize that.
Look how lower the car is on this side compared to the passenger side.
Look at this side right here, y'all.
It's lower. Okay, then look. So this side here is lower.
can't lift it up?
This side, and now look on the passenger side. The car
How
will
about
be
that? You can't lift them up?
No, it's
Oh, Jesus.
we talking like super low, y'all. It's about a 2-inch drop on both sides. It is.
Nah, it's probably like 1.5 inches.
We're gonna have when you get in.
Huh?
We're gonna have when you get in.
Okay, so
straight.
with these, it's not going to scrape or nothing like that. It's not like how if you have stock suspension where the car drops with your weight. This one, it will stay the same. Even somebody our size, it will stay the same.
So look at the gapping on that, y'all. Right?
So
You
this
can
side
see
is
it.
going- What, if we go on that side?
We
there,
talking what? Two fingers?
I know, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't like it though. It looks better. The fitment is perfect.
There's no fingers could fit in this side, y'all. It's 2 fingers on the other side. No fingers could fit there.
See? Yeah! It doesn't look like a stock G no more. It actually looks like
Lord.
a Batman car now. This is awesome. Yo, I love it.
This damn dude, I swear.
Wow. It proved me wrong though. I was really scared about the 20-inch rims. I was
Right,
like,
because yeah, you think it's gonna scrub. Maybe I gotta roll the fenders.
no, dude, it's.
Let's say this. I'm telling y'all right now, passenger side front, my brother could attest to it. That was the meat and potatoes and why
today.
of literally today. It made no sense why that shit took so long to come out. We had to even break it. Let me show it to you. We had to take a damn wire cutter, like the little lock cutters, and we had to bend that shit up because it was so tensioned on that passenger side that we had to literally just, you know, kind of bend it up to give us enough leverage to pull the shit out. But what it's looking like right now, kind of give y'all a, it's on there. You see it. It's definitely lower than what it was. I'm gonna take a little bit of a drive with it, see how it is, and but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I think this is gonna be another evolution of Triana and the G35. It looks dirty as shit right now, guys. We had our hands all over this. I will be washing this shit tomorrow, and y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't really have to like roll the fenders, at least I don't think so. Again, they're gonna have to settle. So when they settle, I'll see from there how, you know, what I gotta do, or if I gotta do like you know, one of those things where if I come to a hump or a cross path that have the little, you know, the little street humps, I might have to do some maneuvering and, you know. But for right now, I think it looks amazing. It's super low. It's really slammed. I'm loving it, bro. Right here, all scratched up, and he got his fingers pinched on the goddamn strut when he took it out.
And it was loaded.
It was loaded. So it was so much tension. Yeah. But we got it in there, y'all.
What happened when you're a fucking mechanic? You gotta do the good and the bad.
This motherfucker showed me how Hercules is. This motherfucker pulled that bitch out with his bare hands.
Real shit.
That shit was crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, nah, thanks again, though, bro. I really appreciate
no
it.
Problem. The results is just fucking amazing. I'm
yeah.
thrilled. It came out perfect without no fender rolling or anything.
I'm gonna take a ride. I'm gonna take a ride with it right now.
Wow, dude. Oh shit.
I'm gonna take a ride with it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna close out the video. I want to say thanks to my brother for coming through and helping that. That was absolutely amazing that he did that. And we're gonna start cleaning up, trying to get whatever we need to get out of here. I finally got this big ass box out of here. Huge thing with GKTech. I'll try to leave links in the description for all the stuff, like as usual, if you guys want to check it out. And yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to, you know, maybe have the same coilovers, the true coilovers that use the GKTech toe arms, I have all the links and everything down in the description. You guys can check it out. But I'm loving it. I will be taking more pictures. I have a bunch of people, my brother, everybody's telling me you need pictures more of your car. You need to take more pictures of your car. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure to do that for 2022. I promise y'all that. But anyway, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope I explained and we explained as much as we can about this whole process. Mike, you got anything with maybe Instagrams or whatever you want people to follow you on?
I've been changing my name too much. I've been changing my name too much. But I'll give my Instagram. I'll give my Instagram to Sean.
Yeah, I'll have his Instagram and everything down there. That way. No, we leaving that shit in.
I don't like that shit. Just talk to me.
We leaving all that shit and all bloopers is in. So you guys can follow his Mustang. You guys can see, you know, what we got. And we got, hopefully he'll agree to it. I gave him a video idea for us to do. Don't talk about it, but if he agrees to it, we'll definitely do it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, guys. As always, I say, stay humble, stay grateful. As always, stay driven. One.